Hey everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at how the Hollywood Rack's Destination 4-bike platform rack fits on the 2022 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. This is a 4-bike platform rack, which allows you to carry around more bikes without weighing too much or spending too much. There are some downsides to it too, which we'll talk about in this video. But main thing with the Jeep Wrangler Unlimited is you have a spare tire. So most bike racks will need the expansion hitch adapter or the hitch extender, which is what we currently have installed. You will lose some weight capacity with that hitch extender though, but since this is limited to a 35-pound weight capacity per bike, this will still keep you within your Jeep rating. So let's talk about the rack and how it works on the Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. With the hitch extended out, we have plenty of clearance for our bike on this rack. Now when the bikes are stacked together, it will get a little bit tight though. You do have 3 touch points for the bikes. So there's 1 and 2, which are the wheel straps, and then the third is going to be your frame mount. This frame mount can move up and down and even rotate to work with those frames of different shapes and sizes. So to take the bike off, you press this lever, lift up on the strap, and I like to pivot it out to the side so it doesn't get caught up in the spokes. So that's going to be 1 and 2. And once those straps are released, you can then go to the frame mount strap. This will be a little bit trickier because of your different bikes' frames, but fortunately, with the extension, I now have more space behind the bike. So that way I can access it from here, release the strap, and then release the bike. So with that fully out of the way, we can then just grab the bike, go over that short mast, and now we're ready to hit the trails. This can fit wheelbases up to 48 inches because of how it's angled, and the maximum tire size this can carry is going to be up to 3 inches. You have some extra things here like a cushion to secure those wheels. So the length this is going to add to the back of your Jeep will be increased by that adapter. So measuring from our bumper to the end of the rack, that now sits at 49¼ inches. So for a compact 4-bike platform rack, that is a little bit more length than usual. So definitely keep that in mind when you're backing into your garage or you need to park into a really tight spot. There's also going to be an increased ground clearance. So ground clearance is measured from the end of the rack to the ground, 23 inches here. Center of the rack to the ground, 27 inches. So your Jeep already has pretty high clearance. So if you're going up steep inclines like driveways or hills, this is something to remember. But more importantly, for me at least, when you're lifting your bikes up onto your rack, you're going to be lifting pretty high up. To make the rack more compact, you can fold this up. So you start by moving the mast down. So loosen this knob here, just enough where you can lift that anchor up and out of the way. And then you can fold it down. I like to secure it with either the frame straps or one of the wheel straps. Then remove the pin and clip. So this is going to have this bolt. So unthread that, let that hang. Now you can lift the bike rack up and against your vehicle. So this is going to be the compact position. Make sure to secure that bolt that you took out earlier and tighten it down and keep that clip at the end. Taking some measurements with it in this position, I'll measure from the bumper again to the end of the rack, and it now sits at 23 inches or almost 2 feet. Big difference compared to when this was folded down. Now with it in this position too, this makes it easier to store it inside your garage or in your shed. Now if you want to open up your door, you are kind of limited again because of that spare tire. So this is as far out as you can get that door open, just enough to reach in there and grab something real quick, but not so much where if you have larger items, you have access to that. So something worth considering. This has an anti-rattle bolt and a lock. I use a 3/4 inch to tighten this down. If you are using this with an adapter though, please try to get another security lock for the adapter and or an anti-rattle device. For how this pairs with the Jeep Wrangler Unlimited, you do lose a lot of features. You cannot tilt the bike rack away with the bikes on, you can't open up the door, and you do need to use a hitch adapter or hitch extender to fully utilize this bike rack. So if you have all of those things, or if you're fine with all those things, this is an affordable way to carry around 4 bikes with a platform rack. Otherwise, I would recommend a swing away bike rack that might give you more clearance. The downside to swing away bike racks like the Rocky Mounts After Party is that they are definitely more premium. So pros and cons. Hopefully this video helped you out with seeing what might work for you and what you might need to make this work for your vehicle. This was a look at the Hollywood Rack's Destination 4-bike platform rack and how it fits on the 2022 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited.